Oh my god, it's amazing! Oh my god! Congratulations!
Guys, I got into the university.
Seeing your hard work in high school pay off in the form of a college acceptance is arguably one of the best feelings ever. And just like almost every college student using Instagram, I also wish to show off my college pride by adding my university's name to my Instagram bio. At first, things were going great. Adding UMich to my Instagram bio made me feel closer to campus despite having to complete freshman year online at Zoomish due to the COVID-19 pandemic. I received many follow requests from other students at Michigan and also followed those who mentioned Michigan in their Instagram bios. It served as a great way to connect with my peers, especially as an international freshman living over 7,000 miles away from campus. Now that I am on campus for my sophomore year, it feels great to meet these people I knew online in real life. I also got to discover some clubs on campus when they sent me follow requests on Instagram last year. Before I knew it, my follow requests section had turned into a mini online festival, except it had plenty of potential friends reaching out apart from just student organizations. However, unfortunately, I also had some uninvited guests. I started receiving several follow requests from older men looking to engage in a sugar relationship. Sugar relationships often occur between a wealthy old man, also known as the sugar daddy, and a younger woman who lacks financial stability, that is, the sugar baby, wherein the woman's companionship is exchanged for money and other lavish gifts. As an Indian who grew up in Dubai, despite previously knowing about sugar dating's popularity in the West and other regions, being constantly requested to participate in it gave me a massive culture shock, and I constantly felt my privacy being violated. There is no factual evidence that suggests the relationship between changing your Instagram bio to include your college's name and receiving sugar relationship follow requests on Instagram. However, in my personal experience, as someone from outside of the US who has never received even a single sugar daddy follow request on Instagram before, I started to wonder if adding UMich to my bio was the cause of the influx of sugar daddy requests. A probable reason for the same is shown by the growing trend of college students turning to sugar relationships for financial support, which has led to sugar daddies being highly interested in college students. I don't condemn sugar dating by any means, but I personally don't feel comfortable participating in it. However, for those who are interested, are these Instagram sugar daddies even legit? Kira Wang, an author at the Arts and Culture magazine of the Daily Pennsylvanian, wrote about how she replied to a sugar daddy account owned by an individual named Michael Bryan. Bryan messaged Wang saying that he just needed someone to chat with and wasn't interested in anything sexual. He mentioned that he would pay her a weekly allowance of $3,500. Bryan then asked Wang for her Cash App details to send the money. Once Wang gave her details, she was prompted to pay a suspicious $100 fee to receive the $3,500, while Cash App doesn't charge its customers any additional charges while sending or receiving money, indicating that Michael Bryan was a scammer. Wang isn't the only one who interacted with a sugar daddy scammer on Instagram. A cybersecurity expert explains another pattern in some common Instagram sugar daddy scams. A mature man usually sends a message to a victim and begins to gain their trust by showing off their wealth. The man eventually asks the victim about their financial status. When victims talk about their debts, the scammers offer to pay their credit cards, requesting the victim's bank details and then making a transfer through a fraudulent account. Weirdly enough, scammers ask victims to buy them gift cards on various platforms. Victims who believe their debts have been repaid access scammers' requests and send them the gift cards. After draining the gift cards, the scammers disappear without a trace. To make matters worse, banks don't take too long to detect that the debts were paid using a fraudulent account. so the transactions get cancelled. In the end, the victims are left with their original debt and without the money invested in gift cards sent to the scammers. All of this emphasizes the need for better internet safety practices. As Wang points out, several sugar daddy scammers stalk college accounts to find and follow students in need of financial help and exploit those who are financially insecure. This also brings attention to how college students in America face many financial difficulties that can negatively affect their mental health. A thesis from the California State University at Sacramento explains how many college students, despite being employed, work in minimum wage jobs that are still not sufficient to meet the students' overall needs for housing, food, and more. Working students may have far less time to spend on their studies, which may put them at a risk for declining grades and overall academic success. As a result of financial hardships and demanding academic schedules, some students are forced into non-traditional measures to support themselves, like sex work, or in its most modern form, sugar dating. While the media portrays the sugar baby to be the ideal job, this is far from true. On top of dealing with scammers, they also have to handle misogyny, self-esteem issues due to emotional mistreatment, the risk of being kidnapped, and death. As for me, I still receive sugar daddy follow requests. However, they have considerably reduced in number since my freshman year. Thanks to the block button, I've been taking advantage of the UMich24 in my bio without sacrificing my online safety.